Guys, thank you very much. Welcome to this YouTube channel. Today I'm having a competition of I'm competing with my brother here. With my brother for a long time. We've been yearning to have this competition, but today is today. Yeah, today is today. So let's go, guys.
Done. Hello, good morning guys. Welcome back to Peter the Hustler's channel. It's a Sunday morning, early in the morning, it's around 6 a.m. in the morning. This is East African time. So wherever you're watching this video from, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. So today we are having a 10-kilometer run, and we are at Embakasi area. This is what we call Taj Mall. Previously it was called Taj Mall. Nowadays it's a bus stop, bus stage. So I have my brother here, Peter the Hustler, and he has a friend who is accompanying him today, and I believe that they are going to perform well. Actually, it's a preparation that we've been doing for a couple of weeks ago. So today I decided I'll be the cameraman, because almost all the time I do my running, it's Peter who is always there for me. So I also decided today I'll be his cameraman, so that we can document this. Actually, this is a reminder. In a few years to come, he'll be reminded. At least if God gives us more time to be on this earth, you can even show your grandchildren what you used to do some years back. So this is the stretch which comes from Mombasa Road all the way to Utawara. So we are heading over to Utawara, and it's quite a nice morning. So I can see they are really doing fine at the early stages of the race. It's very early actually. Not even 1 kilometer is done. Yeah, this is the kind of problems we normally encounter when we are doing workouts. Crazy traffic and everything, because we're just on a road. It's a busy highway, so it is quite good. Mr. Peter is really feeling himself, and I don't know whether this is going to be his downfall, because normally in a race, if you burn out early, then you're going to face the consequences later stages of the race. But it's very early, it's still too early. And for any person who's doing a race, you're doing a workout, the only thing you can do if a person gets away from you is to maintain the contact. So I believe the guy who is following Mr. Peter is going to maintain the contact, not to allow the space to be too big, so that maybe in the later stages he'll be able to catch up. So that's where we say the finishing power comes in. You must have the finishing power. Yeah. So this is really nice. Really nice. Really nice. So in less than 1 kilometer we'll be exactly at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport stretch, and it's a beautiful scenery in the morning. It's a beautiful scenery. So we really need to motivate these guys so that they can do it to their level best. So if you're watching this video, kindly continue supporting Mr. Peter the Hustler. Go on YouTube, search for Peter the Hustler. Take him to 1,000 subscribers, and of course give him the watch hours. We really need the watch hours. So it's not easy to be running, because I know what I'm talking about, and everybody who does running, they definitely know what I mean. Running is not easy. Running is not easy. So we have to congratulate these guys, because they are really doing it. It's not easy. I know almost 80% of people in the world cannot even do a 5-kilometer run. So if you see a guy who is doing like 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 kilometers, 21, regardless of the time they take, let's give them their flowers, because it's really hard. Really hard. Ono ntakite tonde tuikire pita motu alafu ande tumapika nyuma. Moral guy, motivation, keep the pace, contact asikuache. Tonde tuikire pita. Fakto kan tumuetani mubuate kur mutu tumuetani avera mutu ya So this is Mr. Peter. Mr. Peter is really doing fine. I'm not sure whether Mr. Peter is going to burn out, because this pace is too high, but I'm sure he knows what he's doing. So this normally happens in races. You can do really fine in the first stages, and then you burn out in the later stages. So keep up Mr. Peter. I know you'll do wonders. I believe in you. 10K today, 30 minutes. So guys, please support this guy. Please support this guy. Get him to 1K subscribers. Give him the watch hours. Let's give flowers where they are deserved. So Mr. Peter is really coming out well. Coming out really well. So guys, we are at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport area. I can see some aeroplanes. I don't know whether you can see. It's still early, so it's a bit dark, but I hope you can see. So this is Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, one of the best airports in East and Central Africa, and maybe around the world. We normally call it the pride of Africa. Kenya Airways, the pride of Africa. No problem. No problem. So guys, we need to refuel. We're heading over to a gas station. Here in Kenya we call it a petrol station. so we need to fuel and then we can continue with the journey. Right. So the guys are refueling over there, and we have my guy doing his thing. Mr. Peter is almost several meters ahead, so I have to wait for him to fuel and then we can continue. So I decided to walk. Yeah. So my guy is back. Let's go. One of the worst mistakes you can make in a race is to start looking back in the early stages of the race. Como Peter igakorwo ndikuru kwi burnout igamnyoka sana kurumate ona ugira asikumusarikira ucherugura ndeto mente pace yake sawa, mente pace yake nando yeah. So my guy is doing really fine. He is just about to catch up with Peter the Hustler. You know guys, I told you that if you go out too fast in the early stages of a race, there's a possibility of burning out midway before the race ends. But you know, anything can happen in a competition or in a training. Anything can happen, you know. So the guy is really doing fine. He's almost catching up with Peter the Hustler. I love the spirit, I love the energy. And guys, I've carried some water. Let me show you this is the bottle of water I have. In case somebody needs some water, I'm ready. Guys. So we are just nearing a 75 area roundabout. This is where we have the military. Just next to it we have the Kenya Army. Further ahead we have the police colleges, that's GSU and administration police. So this is an area which is really protected by our forces. So this is the 75 roundabout. We need to be really careful about we need to be very careful about these things. I mean the road and the traffic. So they are now side by side. You know, I told you anything can happen in a race. Now they are side by side. We're moving away from 75 area roundabout. And in many of my runs, I've come to realize that this is the worst stretch from 75 area where we are right now up to Shooters. It kind of feels like you're climbing. There's a hill you're climbing, and the stretch is like it is very long. So it's one of the things that really make one feel like I need to stop running. But again, you really have to motivate yourself, because there are times oh, he is going to the side and then he's coming back. No, this is running. Keep up. Ongeza pace. So these are flyover which is normally used by our military men. They always cross over from this side to the other side. So I told you this area is really protected by our military men. You see, there are guys who are training also. I think he's an army officer. So the stretch I was talking about is right here with us. This one is the worst. This is the worst stretch for any runner, because it is really wrong. Alright, there are so many people who are training early morning. You can see we have a beautiful lady over there. She's also training. We normally find very many people training early in the morning, even in the evening, because I've done most of my runs both in the morning and in the evening. So we normally find, hey, yeah. My guy. So my guy is saying it's too much for him. You know, he has not been training for a while, so he decided to finish his race over here. Good job, 17 minutes, that's okay. So let's move on and motivate Mr. Peter, the hustler. Batemire onye nkwa nako minyoka oikaga iga it's not a joke. I know avere nko minyoka ni mai. I know. Mr. Peter, kita anda moti ya, Ivan. Moral, Mr. Peter, you are all alone.
Yeah.
Because your friend has said enough is enough.
No problem.
So for today,
yeah,
he really tried. No, don't talk. Let me do the talking.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wanna give you the pace so that today you can make it. Yeah. Yes. So this is Mr. Peter coming really well. You know, he came out so fast in the first, second and third kilometers, you know. I'm sure we are heading over. Let's go to the side here. Nice. So, kita toga ndani race aranye kago ikatwa mawesa. So we want to really motivate Mr. Peter. It's also long before he did a 10K. I think it has been several weeks. So it seems like he's doing this for the first time also. But because he has tested the waters, he knows what happens. He really knows what happens here. So yes, let's go mtu wako. So we really need to motivate this guy who is running. He's doing very fine this morning. The body language tells it all because he has the focus. The spirit is willing. He needs to do everything so that you can see the race is a success. And maybe he is going to make a PR. I mean, there's nothing good like a runner who betters his time. Like if last time you did a 10 kilometer for 50 minutes, this time if you do it for around 47 minutes or 45, that's a PR, you bettered your time. So we still have so many runners who are also doing their training. I don't know whether they are going for the Nairobi City Marathon. I'm not sure. Moral, mama. So the only thing you can do is give them morale, because if you look at this stretch, you're going to notice the nearest buildings are like 3 kilometers away. So for any person who's running and you find them in this stretch, just congratulate them, because they are coming from far. So Mr. Peter feels like the legs are giving out, but we need to motivate him. The motivation, we have to motivate him so that once he's done with this stretch, then for sure he's going to make it. He is going to make it. Yeah, he'll make it. I've also carried some water, so he feels like he needs to drink water right here. The journey is long. We are midway. This is now midway. We still have another 5 kilometers so that we can finish our race. So continue subscribing to his channel, please. Subscribe and subscribe. Make sure you support Peter the Hustler. Give him the support he needs. Because creating content at the same time, doing a workout, a person is really doing too much. So let's try and give him his flowers. Moral, Mr. Peter, moral.
Big up, bro.
Moral. Never easy.
Keep trying. Yeah.
The focus is ahead.
Yeah.
Yes. Good boy. You must win it. You need some water? I have it. Oh, early morning runs. Everything. So from this point up to Thika Road, it's 20 kilometers. So if I was doing a 21 kilometer run, then the best place to start is around this point, so that by the time I'm at Thika Road, I'll have done 21 kilometers. So all these landmarks you see over here is owned by Kenya Airways. All these. So we have the sun rising beautifully from the east. The sun which is rising from the east, and we have an aeroplane just taking off from the airport. And I have my brother here, Mr. Peter the Hustler, who is still hustling to ensure he finishes the 10 kilometers. So I told you guys, this is the worst place that any runner can find himself. This stretch is very long, tiresome, especially when you're running alone. It's lonely. It's lonely. But we still have to motivate ourselves so that we can do it. Motivation is everything. Motivation. Motivation is everything.
Yo. Yeah, man.
Rasa. So at this point, I know what he's feeling. The body is trying to tell him to stop. Everything. Everything.
Mr. Kadoji.
Yes, sir.
The other part is over now.
I know.
You know these stretches.
I know, for sure.
Very tiring. But now, I'm going to make it.
You'll have to make it, bro.
I can feel myself, you know.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to make it. And I know you'll do it. So that's motivation from Mr. Peter the Hustler. He's really motivating himself because we've done it and we know this stretch is hard. By the time you're around Shooter's area, you just have to thank God and say, I'm done with the worst part of the journey. Then you can again start another stretch, which is of course downhill, but if you're not careful, it can really cost you, because at this point of the race, your body is giving you all the signals to stop. It is telling you to stop, for sure. Your body is telling you to stop. But you need to do it. You can't stop. So we are just entering Shooter's area in Utawara. Yeah, the morning is beautiful. People are waking up. It's on a weekend. and you know, it's a chill place. Seems like people were raving last night, and they're just sleeping, you know. It's a weekend, so we are nearing Shooters. We are nearing Shooters. We are nearing Shooters area. And everything looks really nice. Everything is nice. And Mr. Peter is doing his best. He's doing his best. Mr. Peter is doing his best so that he can accomplish the mission. The mission is 10 kilometers. We are around 31 minutes already. So I'm sure in 10 minutes time he'll have gone very far. But it's now 31 minutes. Yeah. And he's still doing it. Problem with many of our drivers is they are not considerate. They are never considerate. So these are the matatus in Kenya. They do PSV, or the public service vehicles, public transport in short. They are concerned with you see there are also people are running this early morning. I tell you guys, it's not easy to be a run, or to wake up in the morning and do a run. You can see there's a lady here who is really struggling. Early morning run. Yeah. So Mr. Peter is just ahead of us. And he's trying his level best to see that he accomplishes his run. Never easy for sure. 33 minutes into the race. 33 minutes into the race. And maybe he's gonna break his own record. The best, I think the best he has done is 47 minutes. Yeah. So I believe in the next 14 minutes. In the next 14 minutes, we'll be very far. So we are now setting the pace, setting the trend. We are setting the trend. So that Mr. Peter can do it. We are now the pace setters, trying to make sure that Peter is doing fine. Make sure the pace is up. 35 minutes. Time. That 5-minute mark. This is the stages of the race you feel like you wanna stop, because the different communications your body is giving you, telling you to stop. Legs are giving in. You're short of breath. When you look ahead, you can't even see the finish line. Then you feel like I want to stop. But in any race, this is the point that you're supposed to be very active. You increase your pace so that you can make sure you better your time. Yeah. So you can see the shops are closed. I know it's a weekend, so everything is chill. Probably yesterday people were partying hard, and now they're just chill in the houses, maybe waiting for late afternoon. You know, tomorrow is on a Monday, so people are just finishing. So anyway, we are back to Mr. Peter. Please continue subscribing to his channel. Take him to 1,000 subscribers, and of course giving 4,000 watch hours. You know, I told you that let's give flowers where they are deserved, right? If somebody is doing fine, let's congratulate him, let's support him, so that he can feel good. Yeah. 37 minutes, and we are really doing fine. I know Mr. Peter is really tired by now, but we're just nearing the home stretch, and this is the point where you have to give everything so that you can accomplish the mission and the vision you have for this training. You know, it's never easy to be a runner, not easy to run, not easy to dedicate yourself, giving out everything as much as you can. Oh, there's something here that looks like a car, a bus, but it's a barber shop. This is a trend I've seen in most of the shops we have, especially here in Utawara. But it's all right. So 38 minutes mark, and we are still pushing, we're still going on. At the latter stages of the race, everything can go wrong, you know. I've seen people who have been leading in a race, and then the last 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers, they lose it all. So it's a crucial time in a race, and this is the time you need to be very, very careful, or you have to have a strategy so that you can ensure the race goes on well. So we are still moving on well. I think they call this place for chief. I don't know whether we have a chief's office around. So I'm saying I don't know whether we have a chief's office around.
Keep trying, Bana.
Yeah. Give out everything you have. Everything. Chill.
Throw.
Chill.
Yeah.
Yes.
That way. Go with me.
So this is the point, to give out everything you have so that you can ensure you accomplish the race. So we are just about nearing the home stretch, and at this point of the race is where you give yourself the motivation and the comfort you really need so that you can make the race a success. We still have like 1.5 kilometers. Yeah, 1.5 kilometers, so that we can finish our race. And it has been a good morning for sure. It is a good morning, and Mr. Peter is doing everything, he's giving everything so that he can finish the race very strong. So as you can see, the steps, they're really nice. He's a tall boy and he's making beautiful long strides, ensuring that he's going to accomplish the mission. Yeah, this is very nice, very nice, very nice. So we still have 1 kilometer to go, 1.5 kilometers, I guess. But we really need to focus on his form now, so that we can see he is giving everything to finish the race. You know, I told you this is the most crucial point of the race. You need to put everything you have, give everything you have, so that the race can end well. But again, I told you at this point of the race, Mr. Peter is holding his leg. I don't know what he's feeling. Maybe there's some kind of pain, but he's really trying. You know, these things can happen when you're doing a race. They can happen. You can have an injury. Anything can happen in a race, and maybe this is the kind of situation he's finding himself in. But let's keep going. It's now something like 1 kilometer to go. Something like 1 kilometer to go. So he's going to put everything he has, so that he can finish the race very strong. The clock is ticking, the time is moving, the motivation is high. Mr. Peter really needs to finish this race very strong. So because he can see the finish line, he for sure can see the finish line. Run mot. Yeah, Mr. Peter is coming really well. We are nearing the finish line. It's around 500 meters away. It's around 500 meters away. So he's really pushing, really pushing. He's really pushing so that you can see he's gonna finish this race very strong. You know, it's not easy because you gas out, you give out everything, you try everything, and sometimes nothing happens, but the motivation has to remain. You have to keep the focus, you know. You have to ensure that you finish your race very strong. because this is the time we have. So we are like 400 meters the finish line, like 400 meters the finish line. I know Mr. Peter has given everything he has, everything. He has given everything he has to ensure that he is finishing the race very strong. Everything. So we're almost 30 or so meters from the finish line. Oh, Mr. Peter is stopping.